What's cracking, world? So, I honestly feel like this episode 3, by the way, yay. Um, I feel like I did pretty good with the audio, but just when I thought everything was gonna run smoothly, the video part started fucking up. So yeah, uh, you'll see what I'm talking about. But anyways, yeah, man, just thanks again for all the love and support. You know, we're only 3 episodes in, and it's been cool, man. It's been cool. I like that people are appreciating the platform, so that makes me want to, I guess, work harder to make it better. Um, but yeah, it's been fun thus far. Just learning on the fly, figuring things out through fucking Google and YouTube and shit. But yeah, anyways, thanks again for everything, and episode 3. Enjoy. She shoots. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's get it. What's cracking, world? Welcome to the third episode of the ZosCast podcast. Today's guest, she has a very huge passion for art, which I can't wait to get into. I'm just so intrigued by what she does. And she also has her master's degree, and she is a licensed clinical therapist. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Miss Kim Mendiola. Yay!
Happy day.
What's good?
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me to speak on your show.
Yes, thanks for agreeing.
I've been seeing it and I've been hearing about it, so to be here feels awesome.
Yes. Thank you very much for agreeing on being on. The the idea came about, and I didn't know how people were gonna take it. So the first people that were agreeing to be a guest, like, I'm very blessed for it, and you're part of that. So thank you.
Thank you too.
All right, so let's talk. First off, how was your weekend?
Relaxing.
Relaxing, yeah.
Maybe uneventful, but sometimes we need that.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. You just kind of stayed home, or did you just do something small?
I would say because it was relaxing, it was around self-care and
Okay.
catching up with, the basic necessities and making sure we meet them before we
Okay.
can move on to other things. So, relaxing and uneventful, but in a way, it was still productive.
Yes.
It's ironic, but it was still good. Yeah.
Yes, definitely, I agree with you. Even with me, sometimes it's just like
Yeah.
the weekend comes around, and it's a different motivation. You know what I'm saying? It's not always the going out anymore for me, and just more of the kicking
We need
back.
a reset. We need a disconnect
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yep,
I think
yep.
that's exactly what I did.
Yes, definitely. I'm glad you had time to do
Yeah.
it. By the way, well, for the people listening that are on Saipan or in the CNMI,
Yes.
it is the weekend of the Flame Tree Festival. Did you check that out?
I did. I
Uh.
had the opportunity to go yesterday, Saturday. I want to say yesterday was probably the busiest day. Now I can't compare it to another night because I didn't go, but Saturday is usually the day where everyone sort of sets that as the plan for the
Yeah.
family. And when we went, it was packed. It was
Yeah.
crowded. It was beautiful to see because, as everyone else is aware, we had U2 come and
Yes.
devastate our islands, and so for us here in the CNMI, having come up from that, was really evident yesterday when you see a lot of people come together, attend the event, and also host booths and display artwork, and it was just great. It was just nice to see. It was such a change of scenery.
Yes, definitely, and even like not attending it, passing by. I didn't attend it Saturday, but I passed by, and just the traffic there itself, like, was very good to see in a sense. We're kind of getting past, Typhoon U2,
Right.
so definitely.
I felt it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time of day did you go?
6 to 8
In the evening,
Yeah.
or obviously, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Usually
That's
packed that time. Nice. Do you see
Yeah.
any booths stick out to you?
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah, and at the same time, it's stimulating to
Mm.
be there because you can hear and pick up on the entertainment on the main stage.
Mhm.
Then you pass by people and it's overwhelming, but like I said, it's a good overwhelming
Yeah.
because we went through all that back in October, and so it was nice to just be around people who were excited and happy as well.
Yes,
you know,
definitely.
to
And
move forward.
Yeah, and one thing too that stood out is I like the fact that they were all, or the majority were local vendors. So it kind of shows that they're
I
getting some.
agree.
You see the progress. Like they don't have to worry about their house or they're lining up for water or gas no more. So
Yes.
definitely a positive. Did you happen to catch any of the art booths? Did
I
you get the chance
did.
to see some artwork
Yeah.
out there?
My friends had posted their artwork. We
Okay.
had Shane from Royal Soil. We had Yolani who had her artwork on display
Okay.
and for sale. And we had Mina Beneventi and her wood art. Amazing. We had Opaque Guam from Guam, and we
Hmm.
had Tribe, and we had
Yes.
Magus. I mean, everyone who I thought would be there was there,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's what I mean. It was just so nice to see everyone come together for this the 4 day event.
Yes.
Today's the last day, so if
Yeah.
it's not too late while you're here, let's go.
No, yeah, it might be, but
Okay.
yeah, this is not dropping till
Go next time.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's Friday right now when you're listening to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, nice. But yeah, that definitely, it's definitely good to go out there and see that happening. And on top of that, the shirt booths that you did mention, I was there Thursday and Friday, and I know Royal Soil, they had some good traffic. Um, Vape Meeks, what was that one? That shop, hybrid, yeah, hybrid. I don't know. This is new. I don't know if it's a new shop, but they had a booth out there. It was local entrepreneurs again. Of course, Mongus. But yeah, their booths were packed with people. So it's good to see again vendors out there, people buying their stuff. Definitely.
Yes.
There's some. Are there art competitions that go on during the Flame Tree, like where you display it there and people vote? Is this the festival for that?
I don't know if that had happened this
Mhm.
year. I do know that Bridge Capital
Uh-huh.
is known to have an art show, art competition every year where the artwork that is entered is displayed during the 4 day event.
Okay.
I don't know if they opened it up again with the whole voting while you're at the Flame Tree Festival.
I see. Okay.
I do know that winners were announced on Saturday.
For you're talking about yesterday?
Yes.
Okay. For this year's.
For
Or,
this year's
okay.
art entries.
I see. Did
And-
you? Okay.
And
good.
they have different categories.
Okay.
I don't want to say because I might be wrong with the categories,
Okay,
but
all right.
the competition is usually open to like students and 11 and under. I think they still have an open category and photos and woodwork.
I
And
see.
I'm sure I'm missing other stuff, but it's just nice to know that they open it to different categories. So you have different ways of winning if
I
you
guess.
get there.
Good
if you
variety.
place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool. So, which brings me to the reason why we're here is your artwork.
Yeah.
So, do you enter these competitions, or have you tried entering
I have.
Flame Festival? Yeah.
I have also judged. So
Mhm.
if I'm asked to judge, I won't enter something.
okay.
You can't do both.
Ah.
But it's nice to do either one.
Mhm.
It's nice to enter something in there and see, and not for to place or anything. It's nice to join the community of artists who submit their work
Gotcha.
because you reach a level of confidence where you feel, I think this is all right enough to
Okay.
submit.
Uh-huh.
And it takes a while to get there.
To that
and
point.
I can't say I've entered every year because it's always something that we as artists, hesitate about,
Mhm.
and I don't know if this can be good enough to enter. No, I don't know anyone who doesn't go through all that thinking.
For real, so-
it's normal.
Okay. Yeah,
for
yeah,
anyone listening who's not sure if your stuff's good enough, it's normal for that thought to come up.
Okay,
Yes,
I see.
absolutely.
Wow, that's crazy, man. I can't wait to start showing people your artwork. But so you weren't always confident. Oh, I'm sorry, you weren't always confident with your artwork. Is that?
I think it starts off as I'm just gonna draw. I'm just
Uh-huh.
gonna doodle,
Okay.
not intending for other people to see. And I think the confidence conflict starts when you have an audience later. And it's usually like
Okay.
people close to you who stumble upon your work and they're like, "Oh, what is this?" And you start to think, "Oh my gosh, how did they see this? What are they looking at? Is it ugly? Is it nice?" And so it starts after you decide to just do art on your own without intending for people to see it.
I see.
And I guess I'm speaking from experience because as a little kid, I would just pick up something, close to me and start doodling. If it was a marker or color pencil or chalk from outside, just didn't really matter as long as I was gonna kill time doing some artwork. But when you ask about the confidence part,
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who is just confident right off the bat.
Yeah.
This is masterpiece.
Well, maybe not to that extent,
Right.
but I mean to join a
And I think it's
competition.
really healthy and it's really normal to doubt yourself in the beginning, because we don't know what to expect. We don't have the genetic wiring in our bodies that say you are magnificent 100% from the very beginning. That's learned. That's from experience.
Okay.
You learn that through experiences and through vicarious learning, like seeing other people learn from their experiences. So.
Nice. That's good. But
Yeah.
back to the contest. At least with this one, would you say you were involved the past couple years, past 3 years, whether being a judge or someone who entered? Well,
Just since 2017.
2017.
So for the last 2 years.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, either I've entered something or I judged
I see.
for the competition.
Do you see more people getting involved with it? Like, are more artists stepping up and entering, or?
I can't really say.
Oh, okay.
Because I've only been back on island for 3 years now.
Okay,
After being
I see.
gone for almost 14.
Okay.
So I don't know what it's been like before
Okay.
that.
All right. No, I'm just curious if it's like if it's a thing out here and not just because I think there's only like 4 or 5 that I know out here that don't do artwork on shirts, but somewhere else. So that's why I'm just curious to know if there's a if there's a community out here that are all about these contests because they're rare or something like that.
If you go on to cinemyart.com, it's a website. I think it's a break-off website from Bridge Capital. Don't quote me.
Okay.
But they have all the artwork entered from even years before.
Oh, dang. Okay.
And then also the winners. I don't think 2019 is updated yet for the winners of this year, but I think they'll update it soon. But if you go to cinemyart.com, you'll see the entries that have been submitted for at least the last couple years. And you can tell from the entries that some names are you see some names are going to be familiar throughout the years. So some people look forward to it. Some people maybe make this their thing every year. They put all their hard work and effort and energy into a piece that they feel is good enough to submit for an art judging show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Right. Well, we'll get back to the competition side. You touched on it a little bit already beforehand, but when did you find out that this could have, or when was this a curiosity? When did you find out that you were good at it and
Art?
decent? Yeah.
Art. I don't know if I could even remember how young I was, but growing up without the luxuries of having all sorts of toys, and being happy with just bare minimum, you find joy in things like drawing behind scratch paper that's sitting on the table, or on a phone book page that hasn't been written on yet with phone numbers. And we're talking about back then, right? When we did use phone books, right?
Yeah. Okay,
back of receipts on a napkin. Just getting your ideas out on something was something that sparked joy for me.
You can't remember what age, maybe kindergarten.
I want to say even before middle school. I think I started doodling and drawing in elementary. Again, I didn't intend for anyone to see what I was doing. I was just wanting to get some ideas out on either a napkin or paper. Then, of course, we had some art projects and homeworks and classwork that required some sort of creativity and art. And I think it was then when I...
you just killed it, huh?
Well, no, not really. I want to say
whose wonderful work is this?
When you look back, I mean, all kids' artwork's cute. All of them.
Yeah.
And so when I had classmates say, not fair, yours is nice. I didn't know what they were talking about because everyone's artwork is nice.
Oh, okay.
Art is how you see it. And so I don't know if it was because my artwork stood out to them at that age or they just didn't like how theirs looked. But when you ask, like, how early was it or how young
Yeah.
was I when I realized that I was good at it? I don't know if I don't know if I'm good at it to this day.
Okay.
I have seen lots of artists with amazing pieces,
Uh-huh.
and I wouldn't call myself a good artist. I'm just my own kind of artist.
I see.
Everyone is their own type,
Okay.
and I don't even have a preference, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know what I want to do next, and I don't know if I love charcoal more than watercolor. I don't know if I love acrylic more than carving an Oreo. I don't know. It's just
I know the last things you sound. I don't know what
yeah.
the hell you're talking about, but I got you. I got
Whatever ideas come
Yeah.
to mind, you know,
Uh-huh.
if you're listening and you're thinking, I think I should give this a try. Give it a try. Worst case scenario is it's not going to turn out the way you want, but that's okay. Art consists of 1,000 different techniques.
Yeah.
So when people tell me that they're not good in art, I always ask, well, what did you try? And they always say like painting or drawing. Well, you have like 999
Yeah.
other things to try.
Yeah, you know that's funny you say that because what not just your work itself, but just how unpredictable it was. Like that's what really got my attention. Like I you know me not knowing too much about art, just looking at it, I wouldn't tell that it's all done by the same person because not only the different styles or you know not only the different tools you use, but the different styles of doing it, you know, and all that other stuff that goes in between. You know, it's cool, but it's good to hear how that comes about. You know,
Right.
that's cool.
It's whatever you have. It's using whatever you have and doing what you can with it.
Definitely.
That's what art means to me.
What would you say is the what would you say people thought was the weirdest thing you used for art?
The weirdest thing
Yeah,
I've used
I
for
forgot
art.
I forgot where I read this, but someone in the U.S. they use like duck shit or duck poo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they find a way to like create art off of that, like something like I guess along those lines, or something that us people who aren't not too knowledgeable of art would find weird.
Right. I don't think anything has been weird yet.
Oh, okay, all right.
I have had some people approach me and ask me if I could use certain ingredients.
Oh, okay.
And I won't really elaborate on it because these are their ideas and
Okay,
it
I
hasn't
see.
been done yet to my knowledge. So
Oh,
I will
okay.
respect that request.
And
You
not
know
give
who
it
you
up.
are. But in terms of like what I've done so far and the things I've posted up on my gallery, I don't know if any of them are weird. I think for the general population who just isn't sure about what you could use for art, might find like drawing or painting on a banana kind of odd,
yeah,
or like
dude.
drawing on a mango.
Yeah.
Drawing on fruits and food, period, is not something that we are brought up to do. We are actually told the opposite. Don't play with your food.
Yeah,
Finish your food
yeah.
at the table and then you're done, right?
Yeah. Okay, you pulling it up, Meeks? Yeah, wait. I can't wait to show you this banana art. So yeah, let's get into this artwork. Then we'll point out a couple, and then maybe a couple you could let us know what the motivation or inspiration behind it was.
Sure.
Bro, Meeks, it's the one with you have a screen on you? No. Oh, it's the one with like 4 bananas. Right? It was 4 bananas. Is that the one? See, look at all that. Dang. So I never even seen that orange peel one. Damn, bro. Okay, I don't even, yeah. Okay, so that's dude. That's pretty badass, man. And what's that? A dragon up there on the banana? Yay! No, wait. Okay.
Game of Thrones fan.
Oh, isn't that coming on soon, or did it?
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I've been out of it for a little bit.
Oh, okay, all right.
Life
all right.
got busy, so.
yeah. Damn. Okay, wait. Just keep scrolling down until you see the banana ones. But so when you were in school, did you like were you just straight killing it in art class, or were you the one that kind of didn't go to art class and?
I had to attend art class. It was it was an elective that was required.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense? So we did have art classes throughout high school. I don't remember it being in middle school at all, but I also remember doing my best with the projects. The teachers would have a different project to work on, a few per term, per semester. I wasn't a fan of directed art. I didn't really. I had an idea of what I like to do and how I do it. And so when you're in art class, yes, they teach you some new techniques you probably didn't think about before. But I also didn't like to produce artwork according to someone else's instruction. It was always
Okay.
always about just I have these ideas
Uh,
and I want to do them and not this project that we're supposed to do.
I see.
Or
Dang, that's
especially
cool.
with still art.
Uh-huh.
So you see it in a lot of movies about when the students are doing art class. They'll have like fake fruit and a plant in the middle of the room, and you're supposed to sketch that out. That always bothered me.
What was that? I know what class, or I know what
you
project you're talking about. I've done it before.
Because they're
tried.
fake fruits, and so if you ask me to draw a lemon and bananas, sure, but when do we come across these fruits that we don't even grow
that.
here? You know, so
I see. Okay.
it opened up. It opened up some ideas. Like I said, I'm not going to hate on it. But if I could go back and tell my young self to just ride along with it and just bear with it, this is gonna all teach you something, I would have felt better. But we were thrown into these classes and they're like, draw this apple next to the shoe,
and this was
plant.
next to the shoe. Yeah. Wait, and this was in high school?
Yes.
This is all in high school.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, there, that's the one. Sorry, dude. That is right. Isn't that pretty clever, bro? And I feel it's
all the things that you could.
Well, because you're talking creativity and art is whatever.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's so simple and dude, this brings joy to me right now.
This piece here, this right here, I was in a humorous mood. I do remember seeing it from a magazine, and I can't even remember what magazine I saw it from. And I had a bunch of bananas, and I'm like, I'm ready to make use of these and make my mom upset because she's probably like, who put Sharpie on the banana?
I don't know. I think that's hella funny, dude. Anyways, okay, then go to a serious one now. Okay.
Oh, this was my first
Shit,
time drawing on
that.
a banana. This was during Lent week, 2016. Right there's the date, March 23rd.
Oh, dang. Okay.
So Lent had just started, and religion. It's huge in our culture. It makes up our culture here. And so this was on my mind during lunch break.
Nice.
When I do stuff like this, I also look at the canvas I'm using. For this, a banana was my canvas, and so I'm looking at the size of it. Okay, it's horizontally longer than it is vertically, and so you have to think, what are you going to use with this space? So whenever you're presented with a canvas, you look at it, and while it's blank, you can decide on how are you going to maximize this canvas and what ideas are coming to mind. So, of course, the Last Supper is a long, long table, right?
Yeah, no, man, that's cool, but dude, first off, how long did that take?
This was on my lunch break, so 45 to an hour.
Dang, no, and then what's crazy, it's pretty, I think it's pretty detailed, man. As far as who's leaning in, the faces, you could tell.
It could be better, but for me, I would say, it totally could be better.
I don't know, man. I'm impressed by that one, man. That's tight.
Thank you so much.
So you thought it up and did it all within 45 minutes. It's this is what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah.
And this is how I'm gonna do it. Damn, did you even eat?
That.
Did you eat? Did you have time to just have 15 minutes of eating? No.
So, when you're doing something you really enjoy, you don't get hungry.
Oh, okay.
But for those out there who know starving's not the answer, don't repeat what I said.
Yeah. Bro, check one, a portrait one. No, well, not on a banana necessarily, but damn, all right, we're stuck on the banana. Oh shit, see something like this.
So that's Bob using coffee.
Dude, yeah, go back to that one, bro. Nice. So what did you do? You just kind of smeared coffee on it and.
So I like my coffee really dark.
Okay.
And so the bottom of the pot, the bottom of the carafe, the coffee pot, had some pretty dark coffee, and instead of throwing it out, I was like, hold on, I have some watercolor paper. So I posted this back when my profile was public. I posted this. I think this was in 2015, maybe 2014. And I had somewhere in the caption, I hashtag Bob Marley using coffee or something like that. And Tough Gong.
Yeah, the clothing or the.
Well, the family business for Bob Marley.
Yeah.
emailed me and asked if they could post this up on their gallery.
No shit.
And I never thought anyone that big of a deal would recognize something that I didn't really intend to share.
Yeah.
I just hashtagged it that, and so I guess the hashtags were being monitored or something about Bob Marley, and that was when I think that was a turning point for me. You could be from this small island and still be recognized by some
dude.
big deal folks.
Wait, hold on. Let's go back to that. Wait, first off, did you see it on their gallery? Did you manage
They asked me for permission first, and
Okay.
then they told me when they would post it up on their website because they feature an artwork every month. Yeah.
And did they ever let you know, or like have you seen it there?
They
or can we look it up?
It's on their website. It's on their
Tough Gone?
Tough Gone, yeah. Website.
This is 2015?
I think so.
Shit,
Yeah.
how you feeling, Mix? Well, I don't know. Hey, no.
Hashtag
Well,
all
yeah.
your stuff.
If you can pull it, no, I'll say if you can pull it up. But I don't know. It's 2015.
It's okay. It's
Yeah, okay.
It's all
Oh, no,
the way
that
back
would be
there.
cool. No, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Nice. And then, wait, hold on. And this is another Bob portrait, yeah?
So if you can tell, I really admire Bob Marley and his
Uh-huh.
music and his story. He's a legend, right?
Yeah, definitely.
This piece here that you're looking at, it's ballpoint, and the goal of that is to never pick up the pen. So it's scribbled all over like 1,000 times. Don't lift the pen. Yeah. You can go as light as you want and pick it up real light so it doesn't really show, but you can't lift it from the paper.
Damn, dude, are you freaking out too, bro? Okay. That is so crazy. No, because I've seen these pictures before. I just never had it explained like that, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, they're all just cool, you know? They're all just cool to begin with. And then once you start talking technique, that's when, you know, for cats like me, it's just freaking mind-blowing. So not once did you pick up your pen in this drawing.
You're not supposed to know.
Oh.
And so I enjoy this. It's a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
It is a challenge. And our
That
hands
is
are
so
naturally
freaking
supposed
cool.
to pick up a pen, you know, here
Yeah.
and there and throughout our tasks. But you have to constantly be aware of what you're working on and never lift the pen.
I see, no, because I'm trying to figure out how you made that eye, but I can see there's subtle connections to the other side.
From the hairline to the brow.
Yeah,
a few
okay.
times.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Damn, that's tight, man. Okay, shoot. Where do you draw your inspiration? Is it just all sporadic? Like you just sit down, hey, I'm gonna draw. Like, okay, so every time I explain my music, I always say it's more of a feeling than it is a thought. So, you know, there's some songs where it's like, hey, can you write a song like this? And you know, it's tough for me.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, I'm not really feeling it right now, so it's hard for me to write it. Do you feel the same, or like, because you said it took you 45 minutes to, you know, find your canvas, figure out what you're going to draw and finish it. So is it just like that? It's just small sporadic things? You just feeling something, you just draw it, or?
Sometimes the thought comes from a feeling. Then
Okay.
the feeling dissipates and it becomes just the thought.
I see.
And
then
the
that's what
thought
you're-
is something I marinate on for a while until I feel ready to do it. So I could have thought of an idea for a year
I see.
and not put it on paper or canvas yet. But it doesn't always start with the feeling either. I don't have to be in the mood to paint something dark or happy. It's just whatever comes to mind. So
Yeah.
if you go back there, Miko, on the Oreo, for example, as we're talking
Dude,
about
yeah.
this is one of 2 carved Oreos that I attempted to do. The first one was Bob Marley, of course.
What happened to that?
It's there.
Oh.
It's all the way back there, though. I did it probably in 2014.
Dude, that's some shit, bro. Damn.
If you can find the Bob Marley one, I'm about to talk about it.
Okay, yeah, good.
So, for example, as we're talking about where do I draw my motivation from, or like these ideas from, there were Oreos. Oreos on the counter,
Okay.
and my dad was playing Jammin',
Okay.
in the background.
Okay. Yeah.
and he had left out his tools. They're the mini screwdriver, the mini chisel for like these delicate fine electronics, right, to fine tune. And all 3 were around at the very same time, and so there we go. Oh yeah, and that was a peanut butter Oreo, so it worked out perfectly because Bob's not white. So all 3 things were there, you know. The Jammin' was in the background, the Oreos were on the counter, and then my dad left out his tools, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna do something. And they
Uh-huh.
were saying, "You're gonna waste your Oreos. You're gonna waste the cookies. What are you doing?" And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Just let me have one. You
Dude.
know, just leave me alone with one piece."
Uh, Damn, that is freaking crazy, man. Nice. Holy shit. Did you save that or
That
did
was
you eat
good.
it? No, I'm
We
just playing.
preserved it in a sandwich bag as long as it could, and I don't know what
No,
happened
you know,
after that.
no, you should do that. What was that? Dude, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like,
What?
no, I was gonna say like preserve it
Yeah.
and then ship it to Tough Gong and see what they do with it. Dude, this is crazy, man. You know what would be cool?
Yeah.
Like send each one of their faces the kids, you know, and then if you could really like make it detail to where they figure it out, damn, bro,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to fucking post that somewhere. That's
They
cool
would,
though, man.
Yeah.
So what's even the process? You just take it out and then just start cutting away?
You leave some on.
No, no, well, okay, so
You
like
leave
that,
a thin layer on.
and then you just start chopping. Okay.
You get rid of the rest because you can use the rest for smaller applications later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, basically what I'm trying to say, like, there's no blueprint. You're just one time go. Like,
Right.
if you mess up, what do? You just put back some frosting?
Right.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
you have to put it back in a way where it's not going to peel off the rest of it. Because with this Oreo cream, it's not like watercolor. It's not meant for art.
Uh-huh.
And so a lot of times during this project, I found myself ripping off his half of his face.
Okay.
And it's so easy to do that because it's a cohesive, compound. It's
Yeah.
cream. It's supposed to stick together. It's made of sugar.
Bro, scroll up a little. No, the other way. Sorry. No, I want to go to the bottom of this. So that's the little screwdriver you're talking about.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And my
Yeah.
plan was not to carve out some of the Oreo itself, the cookie part, to look like dreads. It just sort of came afterward. So this
Okay.
is what I mean. Like you could start off with a small idea and you keep going with it, and it will evolve into something else. But you never know unless you give it a try what it's gonna look
that's
like.
true. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So, what would you say is your like? I know you. I'm almost certain you don't have a favorite, but like, what has got you some type of recognition? Like whether it's in the States or out here, or just like what am I trying? Like, has there been a drawing that like won a competition, or that the governor said this is solid? Can I buy it from you, or something like that? Like, is there one that really stands out that?
I've been asked to do a drawing for the governor.
Oh dang! Okay.
Out of charcoal. Are you talking about like a type of medium that usually gets recognition
Yeah.
with
Something.
my style? I want to say charcoal.
Okay.
Yeah, charcoal, but also some paints.
Mhm.
And charcoal, it's because it's much easier to control compared to any kind of paint,
I see.
in that matter. Because paint is very fluid.
Compared to charcoal, or
Yeah,
obviously.
and so you can add water to most paints except for oil. And once you put your paintbrush down, you can't undo that. You can fix it with a layer of something else, but you can't undo it. Whereas charcoal, if
okay.
you don't like it there, you can use the netted eraser and scratch it off.
I see.
So
Pull up a charcoal one real quick. Is that one?
that's one
Wait, you have a Bob Marley one, right?
I do a while ago when I wasn't so proud of the piece, but now I just accept it for being
for what
one of my
it
chapters.
is. Well, I mean, and
That
also.
charcoal is made using local charcoal.
Oh, okay, and it's a
bought at
Trumpalino?
I think it was bought at Capital Market or something. Market.
And you should just ask me.
That was just
Ask
done
Pat.
at the farm.
Oh, dang. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things. Again, you just saw a canvas, just thought of something.
Yeah, I don't
Let's
even
do
know
this.
if that's how the tree really looks, but it's what was in my head, so I just
Oh, okay.
put it down.
Put on there, nice. But you know, one thing you were saying, you didn't like your Bob Marley one, but you just left it up. One thing too I like about this, or even Facebook sometimes, where it reminds you about your memories.
Yeah.
So every now and then, at least with me, like something musically will pop up. And what I like about it though, it shows the progression. You know, like where I was at and where I'm at now.
Right.
So it's kind of cool that you put it up there, because for people that are looking at it, you know,
Yeah.
they could also see the progression. Damn, man, this is cool. You ever got hired for I don't know, to do a mural for someone, or? I don't know,
Um,
paint for someone's
it was
wedding. I don't know.
volunteer work, but we ended up getting compensated for our time.
Okay.
We were not expecting it. Thanks to my pros.
Okay.
We had recently worked on a piece, myself, Peter Aldan, Yolani Camacho, and Mina Beneventi.
Okay.
So MBA, the former MBA school campus, was turned into a Hope Center.
Okay.
So it's a shelter right now for the displaced families since U2. And so
Oh,
the
nice.
campus was pretty dull when they found it, and first utilized it for the families. And so Van Gils from My Pros had asked Peter to contact us artists and see if we could help spruce it up by adding some color and hope to the campus that seemed pretty
Nice.
dull. And
Yeah. Where's this at now?
MBA, so
Okay, yeah, not-
across. Well, let's see how to describe this.
Shoot. Okay. Because was that the?
It's right after the church, Iglesia de Cristo.
Okay.
It's a campus right
In
after.
Dandan? Yeah.
Shell Dandan right across.
Okay. I see. Damn, let's check it out. And there's how many artists were there?
4 of us.
4 of you guys, and you guys each had a wall.
Yep,
Kinda did your own
that
thing.
was the idea.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
So we all painted something to elicit hope.
Cool, man. Damn, that sounds like a
You should check it out.
yeah.
I
we're
don't know what
so
their
surprised.
hours are, but
Yeah, did they put it out to the public or? I haven't
it
heard
was
of
on,
it. That's why.
it was on the newspaper.
Oh shoot.
I don't know if
read
it was
up
on
more then.
the news like the.
How long ago was this?
I think they unveiled it in February.
Okay. Damn,
or
yeah, I'll
early
definitely
March.
check it out then.
I wish I
Shoot.
could remember. I should, but I can't.
Yeah. Do you know who did the one at the hospital?
I believe she's a Japanese artist.
Oh, okay.
Who flew here for that piece, but I can't remember her name.
Oh,
for the life
okay.
of me.
No, yeah, I went there.
wonderful.
Yeah, right. I went there
Yeah.
one time. Just kind of caught me off guard. Like, oh shoot. I was wondering. Yeah, I was curious to know
I
if
could
it
grab
was.
it for you. I know I could find her.
Oh, okay. No, I was just curious to know if it was a local person or. Well, now you're confirming it wasn't. But yeah, man, it was a nice little piece. What's up? Oh, you know who she is? Oh, okay. Oh, excuse me. That's why he's here.
Ami Otsuka.
Yeah. Damn, that's cool, man. I wish they could do more of that, like for some buildings that
Really
are.
good work.
Yeah. And just so was it? It was on the wall. I'm guessing
Which one?
the mural you did for
It was on a basketball court wall.
basketball court wall.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you just use paint or were you spray painting? What kind of
I-
style was it?
we ordered it from Ace, so it's interior, exterior, no primer needed paint.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah. So we just chose some colors that we knew we could mix more colors
see.
out of.
Damn, man, that's cool.
Yeah.
So it's 4 different styles on this wall,
Yes,
the different
yes.
ideas as well. I'm
Mhm.
guessing.
Yep.
Dang, that's cool. Yeah, definitely
If
gotta check
you
that out.
search on maybe Variety or Cyber Tribune,
Mhm.
I can't remember which one featured the project, but you could see more about the project and read
Okay.
on the article.
All right, I'll try. Yeah, for the listeners, I'll try and leave a link on the
Oh, good.
YouTube one.
I'll
Yeah,
help you find it.
definitely check that out. Yeah, dang man, because that's cool. Like, I wish it could be something like that, or more of that, where I don't even know what they're called, but I follow Sois on Instagram.
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, see what's crazy was we were hoping that he could come today, but he came for he has other obligations. But anyways, I follow him and he does all these things on Guam. Like they'll give him a canvas and he'll just straight tear it up, man, and it's sick. Like it's hella nice. It's organized. Like I don't even know if it's called graffiti. You know what I'm saying? But he's he does his art with spray cans.
Yeah.
With
It's
spray
like
paint.
acceptable graffiti.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
Yeah.
really good. And
Acceptable.
that's what I mean. All these artists, they're so good at what they do
Mhm.
that I don't know what what the definition is of a good artist.
Good. Yeah.
Because
Okay.
everyone who can produce art is just good at it already.
Damn, that's
There's
good.
a chance to season yourself,
Uh-huh.
and get better at what you do according to your standards.
Yeah.
But everyone can do art.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's very good. Okay. Well, I'm glad you corrected me on that. That's
Yeah.
like the 3rd time you told me that. But yeah.
Everyone can do art.
No, that's cool. That's cool, man. So I guess that shouldn't be the question. But from the outside looking in, man, like I think they're all good. And the reason why I bring that up is because whenever, like in school, when it's draw this, draw that. Just recently, I don't want to get too into it, but I got into a car accident and I had to draw out, how it looked. And I drew it out, and I had to take a picture of it and give it to my sister. And I was like, dude, do not fucking share this, because this is not, yeah, I don't know what the heck
Oh,
this is. You
man.
know what I'm saying? So that's why, to me,
Will we
it,
be able to see it?
oh hell no, no, dude, no, only two people seen that.
I'm
Because even
sure
her,
it
I was
looks
telling her,
great.
no, I was telling her, like, show the person. You know what I'm saying? Don't send it to her, show her. So there's only two copies, but no. So anyway, so what I'm trying to say is, anything like decent, more decent than that is what I would call better. So that's why I use that term. But I see
So
now
funny.
why. I see now why why you don't use it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, basically, when did people really start recognizing your stuff as, like, 'cause you don't do it as a business for anyone. If any.
No, I don't. And
Okay,
I
so
don't plan on it.
you don't
I
plan on it, you
haven't,
said?
and I don't plan on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So I mean, basically
Yeah.
that's kind of where I was going.
Some
with it.
people can ask for money for their artwork. Some people can make a living off of it,
Uh-huh.
and that's awesome. That's wonderful. I don't feel like I have too much of the time to commit to make it
Gotcha.
living.
Yeah.
Because I already enjoy what I do for my daytime career.
Yeah.
But that's always a personal choice, and so if someone wants to focus just on art and make people happy by producing some of their awesome artwork, then that's for them. But
Definitely.
for me, I have this philosophy that I don't want to make something that I love already a profession.
Gotcha.
I don't want to receive money for something that I decided to make time for, to do, to relax with, because I feel, and I think I know myself enough to make this conclusion that if someone were to give me money to make them a piece of art, it wouldn't really have the same meaning anymore as it did before I received money for it. And this is what happens with professional athletes as well. In sports psychology, they enjoy, for example, they enjoy playing basketball.
Yeah.
They play basketball with their boys all throughout school, all the way up until high school, and then they are selected because they are just different from the rest, and they perform so well that big deal schools want them. And so their hobbies now become professional careers, and the next 3 points that they shoot is a paycheck, or the next event that they go to is a paycheck. You don't do it anymore because you want to. You do it because now you have to. And I don't want to do art because I have to. I will end up not wanting to do it anymore, and I never want the passion to go away. And I know I'm capable of reaching that point where I'm not going to want to do it anymore because I'm getting paid for it. And that's just me.
Yeah, no, man, that's so, that's funny. I have some friends who are musicians, and I'm always pushing them to record, but they have the same kind of thinking, the philosophy. But I think you by far explained it a whole lot better than they have. But
and it's different for everybody.
Yeah,
it absolutely is.
Definitely respect that. Yeah, because it's like, what's driving the things that I like is the fact that you have passion for it, and it's not a profession, right? So once you start getting to profession, it might change that a little bit, because now the motivation is completely different.
It's going to be very different.
It's going to be very different.
Yeah.
I see. Dang. But so for the people that are, if there's anyone out there trying to make art a living out here, is it possible for them? Like what are even the steps to getting your artwork like known? And I'm not talking, I mean, I see the folks doing it, and shouts out to them, the people that do it, like putting it on shirts and stuff.
Right.
But I'm talking like some gallery pieces. Like, is that, like, where do you even start?
Well,
You just have to, like, you just catch someone's attention and there you are, or is there a process? Or
you're going to have to get your art out there if you're going to make a living out of it. You're going to have to exhibit your art, and I want to say pretty regularly. Showcase it at events and showcase it. Have your own studio even. It depends on how much you're going to sell your art for, and what your expectations of your income is going to be. You could be so happy to make $50 out of a piece for 1 week, and that's just what will make you happy. But you can also expect to pay rent out of 2 pieces. So it really just depends on the artist. There are so many gray areas with the question. I don't know how to answer it. But you asked where does one start when they want to start selling their work? You're gonna need a business license. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And the process is a little different here.
Okay, all right, gotcha.
You need to go to zoning. And
Yeah,
you need,
okay,
yeah.
all right, okay, cool, all right.
We could talk about all that
Yeah,
later, but
yeah.
you're gonna want to start with a business license,
Yeah.
or else businesses can't pay you to do stuff.
Because I know. Are you familiar with? I think it's called GAX, GAX on Guam.
Yes.
Yes, and
So
it's like
mentioned it.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's like an art museum, and they
Right.
have local artists putting their pieces up.
Right.
Is that opportunity available here on Sideman? Like, is there an art gallery that people can submit their or that you know of at least?
Not to my knowledge.
Oh, okay.
No, I think the only way to get compensated for art so far that I'm aware of is the Bridge Capital Art Contest.
Okay, just contests here
and
there.
also the Flame Tree Arts Festival. So things like that where they have like an arts fair. If you're able to exhibit your work and also put a price on it, I believe you can get
Yeah. Is there
some money back from that.
I've seen some competitions here and there, or some contests, I guess, here and there in the CNMI. Like, do you know of? Let me see. So you said Bridge Capital and Flame Tree. Are there bigger ones? Because I don't think it was a big one because it was for the kids. And I spoke to you off air, I guess we could call it. But how I have a nephew who really likes drawing, and the contest, his first contest was for that Toyota contest. So, long story short, apparently the XB was drawn out by some kid, and they took that concept and turned it into a car. So they had a contest this year to draw another car, and if you make a certain cut, they'll fly you out to Japan
and create.
Yeah, and I guess just compete with whoever else in the contest, and if you win, your drawing becomes the car.
Oh,
Yeah, and it was I know. So man, and I thought it was cool, and so from there it kind of I was curious to know, for my nephew, my godson, if he's enjoying it now, I want him to do more because I see the joy in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if he's willing to do it, like he was excited about this Toyota contest, I want to sign him up. So my question, I guess, is there, or in your opinion, is there enough contests out here? And if so, and also, what are the big ones besides Bridge and Flame Tree, if there is a bigger one?
Was your first question, are there enough contests?
Yeah, okay, I don't know enough, but
no, there aren't enough contests.
Okay, yeah, I mean, because I guess you could have a contest every day.
You can't have enough contests for art, and so with there being, I don't know, off the top of my head, 3 to 5 per year. Offered.
Okay,
that's not enough.
Yeah,
it's such a low number. Of course, we're making the best out of what we have and the resources that we have here in the CNMI, but I can only compare it to the mainland, and they have so much offered.
So much going on, definitely.
But if people can find art contests that they can avail of that isn't just limited to the CNMI, then it opens up their options and gives them more opportunities to do art and submit them elsewhere and not just here.
Maybe some online stuff too.
Right.
Yeah.
You could always do some research and see if there are other art contests that you can avail of outside of the CNMI.
Yeah, because also too, I'm thinking, again, for my nephew, if this is really something he wants to pursue, I feel like he needs to get critiqued by people who know that field. Because, I'm being the Nino, of course everything's going to look beautiful to me, you know what I'm saying? I don't want, I want him to hear the stuff he needs to hear, not, what he wants to hear, kind of, just to see if this is really what it is. And on top of that, like you said earlier about people being seasoned, you know what I'm saying? I kind of want that. So, again, when I seen that contest and I seen the joy, in his face, I'm like, okay, I'm going to be listening more now, towards contests, for contests and stuff. And I figured I'd just ask you, too, if you knew any. But, yeah.
And the ones that I did know of are already done. The Bridge Capital, you can sell at the Flame Tree. But the program that I work for, Systems of Care, we're currently accepting submissions for this art contest that we have going on right now. The due date is on April 22nd, and it's open to high schoolers only for now.
Oh, shoot, okay.
Yeah, so high schoolers only, and we want to see a poster design that represents youth matters and the importance of mental health, particularly in the poster design.
Okay.
on a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So I'm sort of using your airtime to
Yeah, no, that's cool. Wait,
let
so
people know.
22nd. So this is gonna air on the 19th.
Okay.
Okay, or at
So
least
they
the
would
audio.
have a couple days to
Yeah.
work on something and drop it off to our clinic in San
Mhm.
Antonio, next to the basketball court. And it's Systems of Care, or better known as Hali Inaguaita. And it's a CHC sub program
Okay.
with Community Guidance Center.
And real quick, and more information on the contest. Where can they look for
Um,
that?
So we have the flyers posted up on every school bulletin board, high school
okay.
bulletin board.
I see.
But if you want more information, call me at 664-4608.
Okay, all right.
And I'll explain some more, 664-4608.
All right, and yeah, and I'll just let you know now, even on there. But yeah, send me if there's a digital flyer, and I'll share it.
Yes, I will
Yeah,
do
and
that.
hopefully get some
If you
people
could, that would
involved.
be great.
Yeah, definitely, man. I definitely want to, I want all aspects of artistry out here to grow, and if that's what it takes, then
Yes.
definitely would help out that movement. Um, let me see. What were we just talking about before the systems of care? Sorry,
Lots of art.
brain fart. Yeah, a lot of good art stuff. Um,
I just want people to know that you don't need to go to the art store. You don't need to go to National or Modern to buy paintbrushes and paint and photo paper and all of those things. You don't need to buy supplies to do art. And I say this from experience. Like I said, you can do art using tomato ketchup, the colors in the ice keki tubes, food coloring. If your mom wouldn't mind you stealing some from the pantry and mixing it with water, right there you have watercolor. And if you had it at home ready, it's already free then because your mom bought it.
Yeah, okay. Here we go, some DIYs.
And mix it up. Mix it up with Elmer's glue if you have Elmer's glue, so that your paint can be a little bit more. The consistency could be a little bit thicker than water if that's what you're aiming for. But you don't need to go to the store to buy art supplies if you have an urge to paint something. You can find stuff at home. You can, I don't know, even rub soil onto paper and get this charcoal effect.
There you go.
Or if you have a spare banana hanging out on the counter, draw on that and just see where it takes you. So yes, always going back to, you don't need to purchase stuff. You don't need money to do art. You can do it for free. You can do it with what you have. I don't know if we have it pulled up, but I did this piece where I spilled sugar on black. And I did have a paintbrush at the time, but you don't have to. You could use a toothbrush if you want. And
Can you check that?
Spread it apart
Sugar?
so that
it's on your Instagram. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a Bob Marley sugar spill.
Okay, sorry, and you spread it.
So you spread it, and it's easiest to see on black paper. So I just I spilled some sugar on black, and separated it so that it becomes a Bob Marley face. There you go.
That's the one.
Yeah, but it's really difficult. It's really difficult to control sugar.
Wait, you know what's so crazy? This was the charcoal drawing that I thought. Yeah, that I thought it was.
You thought it was charcoal?
Yeah. So this is all sugar.
So that's sugar, and it was the hardest thing to control because it spreads like something else.
Yeah.
So when I took a step back, I'm like, it could be Jimi Hendrix. It could also be Bob Marley. Maybe Bob Hendrix. I don't know.
Wait, so when was this?
When did I do this?
Yeah,
piece?
like what made you decide to pour some?
2016, I think.
No, like what made you decide just to throw some sugar?
Oh,
on some
I was
paper?
in the mood to do art, and I didn't have any of my materials
so
on
same,
me.
okay.
And so I found some sugar in the fridge because I keep it there, living here where it's very humid.
Yeah.
And so it was kept dry, and it was kept pretty fresh. And so when I poured it onto paper, it spilled everywhere. And I didn't really know I wanted to do Bob yet, but of course I always feel like drawing or painting something Bob. So when I spilled the sugar, it looked pretty good. And I just went from there and started outlining the dreads. And then
wait, what do you do with pieces like this? You just end up putting the sugar back, and that's it?
I spilled it. I spilled it in the sink.
Oh, I did. Okay.
I probably shouldn't have.
Yeah. No, is there a way to preserve something like this?
Maybe if I had planned it well.
Oh, okay.
It was just an impulsive decision to just do art with the hour that I had.
I see. Damn. Okay.
But kids can't be bored. Kids can never be bored. I'm telling you.
Uh-huh.
There's always something that you can do.
Yeah. You know, I came across a video of some guy that was creating art off of dirty cars.
I did one.
Oh, did you?
Did.
Did you post it?
I did a Marilyn Monroe on my dirty car. I specifically didn't wash my car for about 3 weeks. It was embarrassing, but I had to get it to be so dirty. Yeah, you can go up some more.
Dude, okay, well, shit. You know, I'm glad you're explaining all of these because they were hella cool.
There.
Oh yeah, dang! All right, I see it. Nice. What did you use? Your finger?
Wet paper towel.
Dude. Bro, that's pretty cool, man.
It was the dirtiest I could get the car, and I think
nice.
any day extra I would have just washed it completely because it was too dirty. But
dang, that's hella cool, man. I didn't see that one.
Yeah, let your car get so filthy, and then
Can you draw a Ferrari?
I'll change the make and model of your dirty
go.
car. There.
It's a Scion, by the way, guys. But let's see if Kim can draw on the dozen. What do you want, Lambo or Ferrari? Dang, that's hella cool, though, man. Nice. Man, but that's crazy because so all of them you have to take a picture of it then, like to save it.
Because it's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
And it's the only way of keeping it.
Yeah, because I'm damn.
Archived.
Yeah, that's hella cool though, man. So something like this. I mean, you obviously planned it out, or you just said, okay, it's dirty.
I knew to make my car really dirty, but I didn't really know what I was gonna go for because my ideas shift real quick.
So it just comes out of nowhere. Damn, man. Sorry, I'm just. I know for the audio version, there's a lot of dead air, but man, I'm just kind of, just watching in amazement. What? So what's this one? What style is this?
Watercolor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, watercolor, and then I turned it into vector. Vector for easy printing.
Oh, okay.
So the original is a little bit more sloppy.
I see.
Because vector polishes it up real nice, so that you can enlarge it into however many pixels you really need it.
Nice. So for the ones that you do have on paper, do you keep them or you give them
do.
away? Yeah.
No, I mostly keep them.
Oh, okay. So you just have them kind of stuffed somewhere? Do you have it framed or?
No, they're just all piled up in my art room and just hanging out.
Dang. You should
I'll
auction
get to
it
sometime.
for a good cause or something.
Yeah.
No, well, I mean, it may sound like, I keep thinking about business or making money or this and that. Basically, I just feel like it needs to get out there, like more. Like I want someone in freaking, I don't know, Saudi Arabia to have one of your pieces kind of stuff, like, or someone, I know you're not selling it, but
that thought is overwhelming.
Is it? Yeah, but what I'm saying, like, just so that, I don't know, it'd just be cool to be like, damn, bro, fucking Kim's art.
I'm happy with Tough Gong recognizing it.
Yeah, okay.
And they're all the way out there somewhere, wherever they're at. I should know this, but I don't.
What's that one?
Using fresh flowers. I use some fresh flowers in the backyard of the apartment I stay in.
Pugando, when you can't chew?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the only part that I can own here is the drawing itself of this woman, and nature did the rest.
Oh, hey, that's what's up. All right. I think it says something along the lines of who picked it for you, but okay.
I had to do it. Yeah.
Wait, hold on, go back. Is that a painting?
I illegally picked these flowers. What's that? Oh yeah, so this is a triptych. It's 3-piece canvas, and it's currently hanging on my mom's wall in Oregon.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah.
It's
She asked me for it since 2016, so I graced her with this last year.
Yeah. Keep going, Mix. Another one popped up that was kind of cool. No. It was like after the octopus. Or there. Oh, okay. So that's coffee again?
That's coffee. That's the Portland skyline.
Oh, nice. That's the bridge Nito now. Right there on the side. Nice. So where do you see like art going? I mean, if there is like, okay, so the art community out here, like like where is it? What's their where's that journey going to take them now? If there is someone that's trying to pursue, okay, is there a professional status for an artist out here?
You could probably join. You could probably work for companies that will need like a digital artist or someone who can paint murals regularly,
I
right,
see, okay.
as a daytime job.
Yeah, yeah.
You could also do some designing for some engineers. So I don't really know. I don't know. I don't have a promising answer for you about where they can go because I'm still myself learning this
gotcha.
community that I've moved back to, and this is home, and it's very different from what I last remember because I was a child then. So I'm still exploring as well. But your question is where is art going?
Yeah,
over
like
the next few years, and I want to say, it's dying, but at the same time, it's blossoming for some, just for some, not enough though. And I say that it's dying because technology is really stealing our youth.
Shit, man.
And when I think back to when I was so interested in art and how I started all of this, I was a kid with not many toys to my name, and that was fine. I didn't feel like I was missing out too much because things like this would keep me busy.
Yeah.
And so if I look back at my young self and picture me with a tablet or a cell phone, I wouldn't have made any time because it's what's in. It's the trend. Text your friends, go to this website, use social media. And kids are becoming younger and younger every time I find out what age kids are using technology now. It's I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm a little heartbroken, but I know that it can be really beneficial for learning. So, but in regards to where art is going, it's dying if kids continue to use tablets and screen time more than finding motivation to do arts and crafts and engage with other people and peers. And
Gotcha.
we need to foster that some more and bring it back.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah. I know that's always like with a lot of things, that's always tough because you brought up the whole learning aspect of it as well, and it's just, definitely tough to combat that, and what's crazy, I won't get too much into it, but, I guess I could say this, but, our field of work, I always bring that up as a positive from YouTube, is that a lot of people were saying that the tablets were put away, the electronics were put away, and they were more, they were getting together more and doing stuff, and what's funny is back again to my godson, my nephew, even during that time, they started getting good at Crazy 8, so I told him, you got to stop that, just do something else, but and sure enough, he picked up a pencil and just started drawing, so hopefully that happened to others as well, just kind of sparked that interest again, but dang, that's crazy, because for me, again, from the outside looking in, when I think about art out here as a whole, what do you call that? I like the fact that, there's a lot of people out there that are making, they're printing on shirts a little more, with their certain designs, So, like, I see it like that. I just, because of YouTube, again, apologies for my ignorance, but I just heard about Mina Beneventi and all the wonderful art pieces that she has, you know what I'm saying? Pete Aldon, you mentioned him. I knew him for a good minute, but I never knew he was an artist, and then he did that Saipan thing. Were you part of that too?
I was not.
No?
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Amazing work.
You know what, man? Wait, it's
up north?
Yeah, wait, hold on. But did you do something else with Pete besides the one you mentioned? The NBA? I feel like I seen you in a picture. Sorry, I just thought of it now. I feel like I seen you in a picture with him doing a mural. No? Okay, maybe someone else.
You might be referring to the art show at Aqua.
Yes, that one. Were you part of that?
I was a supporter.
Oh,
I didn't take part in any of the projects.
Okay, well, so anyways, so I'm glad I asked you that question because, again, from the outside looking in, it's because of events like that, like, I'm kind of more aware with the artists that are out here, man, and, like, I think it's cool, to have that community out there because that's one thing I can't do, but I could definitely appreciate. And then at the same time, I spoke about pageantry with my goddaughter, with Gian, and then now I'm talking about my
Yeah.
my nephew. So it
Yes.
sparks his interest, and then now I like that he could look at it and be like, when I'm pointing out these murals, be like, yeah, someone from Saipan did that, or
Right.
I know the person that did this kind of thing, so he's like, oh, cool,
Mm.
and I don't know it. The fact that I don't know much about art, like it's cool because now I'm trying to research it just a little bit more to find that understanding, so I could explain to my nephew
Right.
a little more. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Your
again,
possibilities are endless.
yeah, man. Hopefully, and like, I'm glad you're bringing up all these different styles and where you get your motivation and all that. And I'm hoping to share it with him,
Mm-hmm.
because right now his style is he'll look at something and he'll draw it.
Yeah.
Then every now and then he's into robots, so like he'll draw his own robot.
Awesome.
Yeah, so like
Be creative.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
just want to I guess throw some other stuff at him, like, bro, you don't need. Like, man,
Yeah.
you don't need pencil and paper. Like, check
Mhm.
this out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
this is my friend. This is what she
Right.
did. Like, look, Bobby, that's sugar. You know what I'm saying?
You just
That's
need
an
an
Oreo.
Oreo.
Yeah. That's an Oreo. You could chow it after.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, that's cool. That's good. Some good
And
stuff.
art should always be relaxing. Art should
Mm.
always be something that puts you in your zone.
Okay.
If it creates more anxiety and nervousness to do it, it's not. You're not doing it right.
Okay.
If you're freaking out while you're doing your artwork and you feel like you're losing it and you're losing your nerves and you're super anxious, it's not being done right. Art shouldn't feel like you're dying. Art should feel like it's doing you good rather than harm.
Okay.
So if you're out there and you feel like art is too stressful and strain and it's just straining you in all sorts of ways, your body, your mind, take a step back and ask yourself, what am I dreading about this?
Mm-hmm.
And go from there, because it shouldn't feel that way.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Cool. That's what's up. I like that. I guess a little bit over an hour. So I guess, what do you have any projects right now, art wise? Oh, wait, before I forget, this has been in the back of my mind. You did something on Rhoda with art. Am I right?
Painting with the kids?
Yeah, something like that.
Yes, and we are about to do a mural.
In...
And I'm not going to spoil it because
Okay.
I want it to be a surprise.
Okay, all right.
So I'll leave it there.
Okay, just leave it at that. Man, okay, I'm hella excited
We're
about
going
that
to do
one.
a mural within the next month and a
Within
half.
next month, okay. And
Yeah.
will people be able to...
Oh, it's very visible. It'll be very visible.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Nice. Oh, I'm hella excited
I'll
for
send
that.
you more information later when I know the unveiling date.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about it.
But the goal is to get the kids involved.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Could you say where it's at least, or you want to keep that a mystery as well?
It'll be in Song, but
Okay.
what wall we're gonna paint, I'll leave it. for
Okay.
a
All right.
surprise.
Okay. No. That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. Because the next thing I was gonna ask is that the only thing that you've done? Or wait, maybe I should ask this: was that your own thing that you did, or did someone was it
Which
sponsored?
one?
The
Which
thing you did in Rhoda.
With the art class.
Yeah.
Well, it was a collaboration with the work that I do.
Oh, okay. I see.
So we hosted it
gotcha.
at our clinic, but it was open to all the kids that could make it after school.
Okay.
To come in
And that was
learn.
pretty successful too. Yeah. Sorry, just cut
We
you
had
off.
some good. Yeah, we had some. I mean, I don't know. You can always have more kids.
Okay. Yeah,
attend.
you're right.
But with the time that we had announced it, yeah.
Okay.
We
Well,
were
I was just
happy to
basing
see
off
some
of
kids
pictures.
come. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
okay, wait, hold on, real quick. I'm sorry, I cut you off
Okay.
twice there, but yeah.
It's okay.
Okay, no. I was basing it off some of the pictures I saw, and like, again, back to the whole, I was looking at it, and got some kids over there smiling. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was. That's cool.
If we can help the kids in our sister islands pick up art
Mm.
and not just here, that would make everyone happy.
Yes.
That would make me as an artist happy as well. With the resources that we have and the funding that is required, we're doing what we can. And I can speak to the program that I work with, because we go out there, we go to Tinian Rhoda once a month for clinical needs. But when I'm there, I try my best to squeeze in more time to do other stuff if I can.
Okay.
If I can, after
Yay.
my work duties are done with.
Mhm.
So we'll see. The opportunities are limited for now until we can figure out a better way to get there
Okay,
regularly.
gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I was gonna ask about the I think it's Mina that does it. That unwind.
Yeah,
Damn,
Project Unwind.
Okay, yeah. Man, thank you for saving me.
Yes.
I was gonna mess that one up, but it's where people come to relax and they. Um, okay, I'm sorry. Can you
Yeah.
explain it? Yeah.
It's a night class where you go, you pay you pay a fee to join, and she provides you with all the materials that you need.
I see.
And there are sometimes refreshments and drinks for purchase, and depending on the venue that she chooses for the different art classes,
Okay.
you can see what's available.
Cool.
But her
good.
Instagram name is Project Unwind, or I think it's _Project Unwind.
Okay, you know what?
And then you'll see more things on it that I can share.
Yeah, no, sorry. Well, because what I was gonna ask is, have you done anything like that?
I have.
Okay.
I did American Memorial Park's Art in the Park twice now.
Okay.
One this year, one last year, and I taught a bunch of kids and adults and families different art techniques.
Okay.
So this year I did acrylic on plant pots so that they can plant some seeds in it and take it home and grow, because I was thinking that with you two just last year, we grow through what we go through and we rebuild and we move forward, and by doing plant pots you can make growing through things cute and pretty. So
there you go. Nice.
And then last year we did watercolor on fabric, and we did a bunch of latte stones, and that was fun too.
Nice.
And so I also did a class over at the Shack, sponsored by Marpac, and we had some Triple J goodies in the Shack, of course, with their amazing staff and hospitality. We had, I don't know, I want to say about 30 to 40 people who came and participated in the class.
Nice.
Yeah,
okay,
that
was my next question. It was the turnout.
Fish.
Nice.
So that was fun too.
Cool.
I am not currently offering any classes. It takes a lot of energy for me to plan one and do one, and it's not for everyone, and I realize I'm one of them. So as soon as I muster up some more courage and find time and energy for it, I will share it with others.
I see. So you do kind of plan on doing that again, kind of later down the line?
It would be nice to. I just I need to plan it better.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Did you see was more from last year to this year, more people involved?
For the Art in the Park?
Yeah, for the Art in the Park.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We had 30 spots and 45 people came.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's cool,
I want to say American Memorial Park, big ups to you guys for preparing in advance with more pots than 30, because they closed the cap at 30 people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, dang, that's good to hear. It could be a coping skill for them too, since the typhoon. That's cool.
Absolutely.
Nice. Okay, shoot, man. That was, dude. Yeah, we were right.
Talking.
Yeah, I know, man.
Well, they're not tired of us.
No. Hey, man, and it's good stuff. It's good information. If I didn't explain this already to all the listeners or to you, like this is what I want the podcast to be about. Like, right. I want to hear these stories, and like I want to, I feel like after everything you just said, my knowledge on art right now is a whole lot more, than what it was coming into it. So. Definitely, and then on top of that, like what we spoke of, when the mics were off, just, hoping someone could get inspiration off of this, or if there's someone that's discouraged, kind of, they could, hopefully this could be, they could turn to this and maybe get that motivation back, or whatever the case may be, so.
And I welcome questions. So if your listeners have a question for you that you can relay to me, I'd gladly answer and help anyone as much as I can.
Yeah, definitely. And then what I'll also do is, I'll leave this link, and then you give all your number. You want me to leave your number too on the description?
Or I left my work number so they can totally contact me. 7:30, 4:30.
Okay. I know.
And ask more about the high school art contest.
Yes, the art contest. Yeah. So they'll have. So this comes out again on the 19th.
But you know how to get a hold of me.
Yeah.
So if this comes out on the 19th and someone has an art submission and they are in the high schools, please remind them that they could submit it to our office over in San Antonio.
Okay. All right. I'll do that. Okay. Hold on real quick. Let me just give my shout outs. Or I'm sorry. Was there anything else that you would like to add to what we just spoke about?
I think I'm good.
You're good. Okay. Yeah.
We'll save some for another time.
Yeah. You'll have like 2 minutes at the end there. Let me just give my shout outs, and then I will close it out with you. So again, thanks again, everyone that's been listening. It's so cool. I just came from the Flame Tree Festival, and there was like 3 or 4 people that asked me about it, and it was only the second episode dropped. So hella excited about that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, I want to give a huge shout out to Safe House, to Rick Lee, and all the staff and management that is allowing myself and Miko to use your venue. I'm sorry, use your spot as our venue. Um, yeah, and just tune in. I've been having issues with this audio. Just bear with me, please. I'll get it going, and yeah, hopefully, get. Basically, I just plan on getting more comfortable with this, just so I can get more people on to tell more stories. So I hope that that's what it's doing for you. All right, but before we leave, any shout outs, thank yous, just anything, and some last words, because yeah, I love the wisdom that you're passing on, man.
Okay.
Definitely. I'm feeling this right now.
So let's see. Last words. There's no such thing as normal, right?
Okay.
So everyone's weird in their own ways. So if you feel like your art is odd, do it anyway. Um, the best artists come up with the most odd ideas, and that's what makes them different. Shout out to all of the current artists who have been brave enough to exhibit and showcase their artwork for the people to enjoy. And I'm particularly talking about the ones here in the CNMI. We come from a small chain of islands, and we know what it's like to be far away from mainstream, art world. So we make the best out of what we have, and I want to just shout out to them that you're doing a great job. Keep instilling hope in these kids who admire your artwork. Another shout out to the kids who have given it a try. Maybe it didn't go as well as you wanted it to, but there's always a second try and a third try until you get it right. There's like 1,000 different art strategies, so if one didn't work, that's okay. And then shout out to the art teachers. Whether you're officially an art teacher or you do it on the side and you're teaching a kid a thing or two about how to do something right, or in a different seasoned way. Shout out to you for your patience and for instilling hope in them as well, and letting them know and reminding them that their possibilities are endless. I did talk a little bit earlier about how I didn't enjoy art, but I definitely learned from it in high school. And sometimes the toughest lessons are learned that way. And so I wouldn't know exactly how to do certain things if it weren't for those art classes that I thought were dreadful. So they come with their benefits. And so art teachers, mentors, big brothers, big sisters, you're doing a great job, and continue to instill hope in those that need you.
Nice. Yeah. Okay.
Shout out to Josh for having this show, because it's not about him talking on air. It's about him getting to his listeners, especially the young listeners who feel like I've reached a point where I'm not going to try it again. And this could be about pageantry. It could be about art, music maybe, or running for office. You never know.
Yeah.
And so he's doing this for those who just need a dose of hope and encouragement to try it anyway, and not be so scared about, change, because change is going to come regardless of whether we want it to or not. But you're going to deal with it because we're a community that does. So shout out to you.
Thank you. I wasn't expecting that. I don't even know if I should say anything now.
Thank you, Josh.
Yes, no, you're very welcome. And thank you for coming on. I definitely want to get all those uncommon, or people doing uncommon things.
Yes.
Definitely want to get all those stories out here. And it makes it easier when there's a common face.
Yes.
Someone that's approachable, that's on the show. So now,
anytime,
if I hit up a stranger and they don't know me, like, man, just ask Kim. She'll tell you it's very casual and for a good cause. I'm hoping. Okay. So with that said, again, thank you very much. Thank you for all the listeners. Stay tuned till next time. Shoot. Yay.